and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are working in the two main living spaces. I'm very excited about it, but I have a couple challenges. Let's get into it. Today is the 4th of July, and last night, roughly 6 p.m., my husband says to me, "Hey, do you think any of these walls in the living room are able to be painted?" I said, yes, of course. There are a few walls that need to be patched, but for the most part, I think they're ready for paint. The problem is, I haven't even put a little bit of thought into the design for these spaces. There are several factors that I need to think about when picking even just paint colors for both of the living rooms, and I've put approximately 0 minutes into thinking about them. Here are the issues I have when designing the front living room. First is the floor. I don't have a floor color finalized. There is an LVP that I like for the upstairs bedroom that I may be able to color match for the hardwoods, but that's still very unknown. The next challenge is the green tiles on the fireplace. I want to make sure that I take these into consideration because I want to try to make myself love them and give them a fair shot. The third challenge is the mantle and the front cover of the fireplace. I don't know what the mantle will look like once it's stripped and sanded. My goal is to be able to stain it in the end, but there's always the possibility that I will need to paint it. And the last thing that I need to take into consideration is the trim. As you can see, all the paint on the windowsills and the trim are peeling off. My ideal solution for all of the woodwork in this house is to bring back natural wood tones. However, I don't know if the trim is going to be salvageable as stained wood or if I'm going to have to repaint it. These are all issues that I have to work around while designing and figuring out a paint color for the living room. I also somehow forgot to mention that we have a blue sofa. We are going to be replacing the sofa eventually, and the blue sofa will probably move into the secondary living room, but just something to think about whenever designing a space that probably not going to match for now, but it will later. So I went to Home Depot and got 5 different paint colors. I got 3 Sherwin-Williams colors and 2 Behr colors that I'm going to try on this wall and move into the second living room and try in there as well. The first color that I'm starting with is called Cocoon. It's a Sherwin-Williams color. I think it'll really bring out the greens in the tile here. Another good thing about this tile is that some of it is chipping at the bottom, so I can just pull up one of the tiles and hold it up against all of this as well. I like this color a lot. Obviously it's not dry, but I do like this color a lot. It is a really good, it's green, but it's a greenish gray. And I like that a lot. I think it makes the tiles look a lot less snot color, which is ultimately the issue that I keep running into. Anytime I say I don't like the green tiles, it's because I don't. And I get a lot of hate for it, but I do think they look a little snotty, so I'm trying to work around it. I'm trying my best to figure out a solution to try to keep them. Please just know that I am doing everything in my power to make this to my liking. The next color that I have here is called Felt Sage. This is another Sherwin-Williams color that I got in the Behr sample. It's a little creamier. A lot of these do have that green undertone. I don't like this. I can already see that this is not the color. I don't like it in this space. This is not it for this room. I am going to put every sample in the second living room, so let me go ahead and go test these 2 in the second living room, see if I feel the same way. But for this room, Felt Sage is not it. All right, in the second living room, I think right next to the window where I'm still getting a lot of shadows is going to be a really great second test option. The one in the front living room is directly in front of the sunlight, so over here I think I'll get a different understanding of the colors. I still don't like this one. I do really love this color though. This is such a good color. I'm just concerned about painting everything so dark. The next color that I have is Bungle House Gray, another Sherwin-Williams color, and this is the last Sherwin-Williams color that I have. It looks like it might just be a little darker than this Felt Sage, so I don't really know how I'm gonna feel about this one. Okay, I do like this one a lot more. I have found, after redoing the last house and this house, that I tend to lead more towards darker paint colors. I don't know why that is, but I do like dark paint colors. I also hate painting dark paint colors because they typically need 2 coats before they really look good. But I like this one a lot. I think that this one and the first one are my 2 favorites so far. I'm gonna paint a little swatch under this green to see, no, I'm not gonna do that in this room. I'm gonna do that in something. So the Bungalow Gray, I'm going to paint a little swatch under this dark green to see how I feel about it, because I might do this one in the secondary living room and then the dark green in the primary living room. Oh yeah. I like it a lot. I'm really feeling this color. I like it. Now moving to the Bear colors. This one is called Garden Wall. Ooh, I like this one too. I like that this one's lighter, but not as green. So it's more of a gray than it is green. And the last color that I have is Sculptor Clay from Bear. What are your thoughts on paint colors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a number. Favorite.
17. But thank you for the examples.
You're welcome. I like this one too. This one looks really good. It's not as green as the rest.
I don't really like that one. It just looks like what it is currently.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you the one that's an absolute no for me?
Number 1.
Number 2. I like number 1 a lot.
I like 1 and 3.
1 and 3?
Yeah.
Those are my 2 favorites as well. I like 1 for this room.
I'm kind of driven to 1 now. I think that's my favorite.
I like 1 for this room and right now 3 for the second living room.
This one?
I want to see what this one looks like in the second living room. Decided. Yes.
Got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, we're going to pick with you.
Woke up this morning. I was like,
And I'm feeling fine, and I take a deep breath and I get real high. Sorry.
no. I woke up this morning. I was like, pre-workout cookie. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come downstairs. Like, oh, she didn't make them?
She did.
You ate them all?
They're literally under the aluminum foil. I'm not fully convinced yet with my samples, so in the second living room, I'm gonna go on this wall. I think I'm gonna use Sculptor Clay for this room, just because we are gonna put the blue sofa in here eventually, so I don't wanna go too green on these walls. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of a sample of just the Sculptor Clay here. I think it adds a warmth to this room without being too green. Yeah, that's all right. After the original test dried, I couldn't choose between the sample on the left and the sample on the right, so I painted a few more tests directly above the fireplace, as you see here. Ultimately, we decided to move forward with Bungle House Gray in the Bear Marquee satin finish. I love a satin paint, so most of the walls in the house will end up being a satin finish. You don't Swiffer your walls. What are you even doing with your life? Also, I lost all the Swiffer pads, so there's paper towels on here. I know this looks ridiculous, but I seriously find it's one of the best ways to clean your walls, so give it a try. It's great. They put so much putty on every single wall, it feels like. In the lavender room upstairs, there's literally putty everywhere. So scraping this off, doing a light little sand, wiping down the walls, and then going through and patching the holes and the cracks in the plaster. That is what I'm doing to get these ready for Jared to paint tomorrow. Gross. I'm gonna guess that there are 40 screws in the wall. Let me know what you think below. I have never used this patch and paint before, so I'm gonna give it a try. It says it's fast drying, no sanding, and won't sink or shrink. So I'm gonna give it a try and see if those claims are true. As I work on each section, I'm just gonna go through and give it a quick little wipe with magic eraser. Fun fact about the magic eraser: you don't ever want to use them on your wood floors. They will mess them up. There is some sort of like sanding agent in the sponge. I don't know what it is, but it basically acts as a sander or a piece of sandpaper. So save your floors. Don't use these on wood floors.
Let's meet down at the lonely lake before summer has gone away. Swim out under a broken sky. Cold sun, colored with shades of white. Wave goodbye to last summer. Cold air coming away soon. So let's lay under the falling moon. Tell me something about yourself. You've never told to no one else. Say goodbye to lonely nights of last summer. Say goodbye, say goodbye to lonely nights of last summer.
4 screws in one corner for no reason. No reason at all. This is just from wiping the walls with water and a magic eraser. That's so nasty. I'm glad I'm taking the time to do this. put all of the screws and nails into a little baggie and I just counted them up. This is exactly 40, but I've got 3 in the secondary living room, so the total is 43 for both living rooms. Jared wakes up super early, so he painted 3 of the 4 walls in the living room before I woke up the next day. So here's my reaction to waking up to a mostly painted living room. Okay, guide me. All right, is this it?
Yep.
Let's see it. It's green! Holy moly. Wow. I mean, it looks kind of dope. I like it a lot. And the picture! I think it does mute the tiles a little bit.